Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special unboxing and probably assembly. Something I ordered from Barclay CNC, and I spoke to the gentleman over there, really cool. We're going to take a look at this and we're going to do another mod. So let's take a look at what we got. Today I'm opening it up. This is actually, it looks like the Salt series, but I already took that blade off and I replaced it with the 20 CV blade that I got from KnifeJoy. That was on the other set of scales, right? And so this right now is sitting in here just so the blade wouldn't be by itself and it'd be protected, because I was going to use this for another build. And an awesome channel member allowed me to have their pair of 3 liners that I'll be able to use on this. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is Barclay CNC out of Spokane, Washington. So they actually have worked with Lynch Northwest in some things. So they actually had some collabs with them, which I think is super cool. And what do we have in here? Ooh, we got some stickers for giveaways. Very cool. Barclay CNC. So these will be a part of our giveaways. So definitely go check them out. The link's going to be in there. So let's see what we have in here. All right. So I believe that was the set of scales that I wanted to install. So here we go. All right. So this is... forget what this is called. I'll say it right up here. But it's the pattern that they have. I don't know if this, I want to say Dracut or something. I don't know. I can't quite remember, but here you go. Nice. I like that a lot. So this is dark stone washed. Hopefully you can't hear my wife vacuuming in the background, because right now she's cleaning the living room and she doesn't care if I'm recording or not. So if you hear it, I apologize. Hopefully I can get the sound filters to exclude that sound. And I'll definitely mute it when we zoom past this, because I'm going to speed up a little bit. What are the things I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take this off, get the blade out, and speed up to get these scales off. I have a trick to get them off. Even with the lanyard tube, you can see his is still stuck on there. There's a cool way to get that off. So we will do that. And I have extra set of hardware I'll use for this. So let's go ahead and dig into this. And I'm just going to kind of start disassembling. So this will be sped up. So if you don't have the Spyderco lanyard tube remover, what you do is you get this in here, you get a screwdriver, a thin one, not super thick, right? And you move this back slowly. And what's going to happen, it's going to slowly move this out without you having to rip it, right? So I kind of work this in a little bit, and you can see it's starting to move back a little bit, and you can kind of go like this. So it may probably pop at some point as I get this a little higher. There we go. So now you see it's not damaged, it's not ripped apart. That set of G10 scales could be reused. Now getting this one out might be a little more challenging. So for this one, if I can't pop it, oh no, I can. There we go. So, and now we have the 2 liners that we need. All right, so let's put these in. So one of them is a liner delete, the other one is not. So I only really need, that's right, I forgot, this is a liner delete, so I don't need this liner over here. That one can stay over there. I wish more people would do that. That's kind of cool, right? And I don't need this lanyard, lanyard loop or tool, because Rip's Garage Technology, when I was at Blade Show, gave me this. This is the full hardware set for a pair of 3, and it's titanium hardware. So that should match everything nicely that's in there, right? So we'll go ahead and use that. I like Rip's Garage Technology. I like Lynch Northwest. I like Barclay. This looks really cool. I'm super excited to try this one out. So we'll see how that works out, right? So typically this is going to go right here, right? And then now I need to get this off. Oh, I think I missed one thing. This may cause this to stop the entire assembly. I only have one phosphor bronze washer. Don't have two. I don't know if I can get one from somewhere else. All right, I think I'm going to strip some washers from another knife that I don't use until I can order some. Or at least I'm going to strip one of them. And I'm hoping they're the same size between the Paramilitary 2 and the Paramilitary 3. So, don't recommend this, but this is what I'm going to do here. All right. So, let's get the washer on here. Feel which side is the smoother side. I just realized that this maybe this will work. The end of this is all square and not round, so this may not work. Okay, we're gonna see how this looks. All right, so if you ever have a thin and you Frankenstein your stuff, you got to remember that the thin one only has one washer. That's one thing to keep in mind. It also has a different pivot barrel than the other one does. I'm not sure if it's off to the left a little bit. We can fix that afterwards. But that does work. So the Paramilitary 2 pivot barrel is the same as a Paramilitary 3. At least it sure seems like it. And if it's not, then I'm curious what's the difference. All right, so we're back. We're trying to see if this is centered. It sure seems like it. I'm going to go with it being centered at this point. I'm not sure if it's a touch off to the left, and I'm wondering if that's the grind of the blade. So we'll go with that for now. So here we go. These are the Barclay scales. This is the Rips Garage Technology hardware, titanium. Lanyard tube and insert here. So we'll go with that right now. Very cool. Now I do need to install a C.M.E, but let me put the rest of this stuff away. I'll speed this up and we'll just get this all put away. All right, so here we are. The Barclay scales installed. Thank goodness I had the Rips Garage Technology extra hardware parts. I had the pivot tube for the blade. We had the lanyard hole, which actually looks really nice. I do like that. Complements this set really well. It's titanium. Had the hardware inserts, all those things in here. The screws and all that good stuff there. That's nice. And then we had the Lynch deep pocket carry clip there. This is the stubby clip, which is fine, right? Action's not bad. A little loose right now, so we can tighten that up. And then we can probably put some Loctite on there. Now it appears, it's really hard to tell. So it looks like it might be off center, like a little bit, possibly to the left. So I'm gonna go ahead and center because it just feels like it's off, and it's so ever so slight. But we might as well go ahead and do it. So what you do to center a blade is you gotta get a folded piece of paper like this, right? And you gotta get your screws. This is a T8, so now we're gonna loosen this up before we ever put some Loctite on there. So you gotta loosen up your body screw, right? And you gotta loosen up your pivot screw. All right, so now what you do is you put this in here. Make sure I can get that in there. All right, that needs to be a lot thicker. Maybe twice as thick, let's see. Okay, that was off to the right. So then you tighten up the pivot. That actually might have been just enough. ironically enough. I mean, I didn't really have it in there, but it might have been just enough. A little to the left. There we go. And now it's nice and centered. And it's sticking a little bit on the lock bar. I was trying to fix that earlier. Let that kind of break in a little bit. All right, let me see if I have a C.M.E. for that one. Got a red one, got a weird one here, got a Jade. Oh, got a sticker in here. All right, so let's see. Do we think that would look good on that? No. What about something like this? Pretty clear. It doesn't look horrible. That's it. That's a yeah. And then this does not match. Nope. So probably go with something. Nope. Probably go with something like that. I could do something like that. All right. So we use the glue. We use that. This might be part of a giveaway over here, so maybe I'll make this a giveaway for somebody. It's nice C.M.E. I'll have this unique colored one over here. So we'll save that for later. I'm going to get a little bit of stuff to work on that thing with. So I will tell you, the scales are fantastic. The scales are absolutely brilliant. It's me Frankensteining a pair of three together from a thin one, some old and well, an FRN scale, right? It's all that, and then me using. I mean, thank goodness Rip's Garage Technology gave me some of those extra parts at Blade Show to try out and give my opinion on. This is a great project to use it on. I gotta tell you, if it wasn't for that, this thing would have been an abysmal failure. So, because I really like these skills that Barclay did. They just did a phenomenal job. So the issue I'm having is, I think it must have been a different blade, different steel, whatever. This is too thick on there. Maybe it was a black blade. I don't. It couldn't be, because that would be, yeah, that's dumb for me to say, because it would have been black scales. But anyways, it's not quite fitting as nicely as I would like for it to fit on there, right? And so what I'm trying to do here is get this in. And lock on really nicely. I think we're almost there. I think the lock bar was just a little bit too tight and was hitting not on the angled part of the tang of the blade, it was hitting on that flat part, and that's not where I wanted it to be. So right. Interesting, that was my first time ever to mess with a lock bar angle that engaged on the tang of the blade. And I guess sometimes these must be adjusted for each different knife, right? That would make logical sense, wouldn't it? All right. It's a little loose right now, so let's see, where do we want this to be at? Yeah. All right, so let's put the Loctite on, then we'll put the C.M.E. on. I'm gonna have to be editing a lot of this to make sure this is decent. Okay, I'm back. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get this to fit on here. And it's too wide for this scale. So in order to fit here without being pushed off, I have to find out where that rests. I think we're good. At least I'm going to try it. That was a lot of cleaning for that. We'll put a little more. I think we're good with the knife. We're going to let that dry. We have our glue, we have our alcohol wipes, we've got to wipe that off. Now one thing I like to do is, it really sticks better if it's a little scratched. So I scratched up the pedal a little bit. It's gonna, I believe, allow it to adhere better with the glue. Now, yeah, I mean, if I would have done a titanium C.M.E on this one, I just don't. I've spent a lot of money on those lately, and I just didn't have the money for the titanium one. I think it would look really nice on this, but this gives me a chance to try a little different color, see how that works. See if I can make that also work too. Dropped my mic here. Sorry, guys. Got caught, and I gotta. There we go. All right. Sorry. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. And I'll probably edit it out, anyways. All right. So we're gonna let that C.M.E set. Not touching it this time. We'll put all these files away that we filed down that C.M.E quite a bit. I don't know how that's going to work, but there you go. That'll be interesting to see if we like it or not. So there you go. Very, very interesting. All right, so we put all this other stuff away. Usually the first C.M.E I have it installed, if it's been a while, it's never kind of sticks. So I have to I have to figure out how it gets perfect contact on there. So if any of you guys saw or watching this, and if I've edited, sorry, I've got something in the mic here, I can clean it off. If I was editing this and you didn't see everything that I did, I filed a CME so that here's a surface and here's the CME. Because it was touching over here, it was causing it to be contacted like this, so it wasn't flat. So when you put the glue in there, the glue would only glue up here. So what I want to do is get it flat and be on contact. Now the problem was it was so wide down here. There's a part that goes over the top. It's like a little lip that fits over like this, and it was really long, so it would have been too far. So I filed that back so it's like right resting on top of here. But what happened was, because it was so wide in the bottom, when you pushed it in, this was sticking up. So basically, let's see here, like this, it was sticking up like this. And I wanted to put glue in here and here, so to make that another contact point. So you had contact here and contact here, and that really secures the CME on there. But if your CME is up like that, and all you got is just a little corner spot that's there, and then this right here is like up like this, I mean, that's like, you know, it's gonna wobble. When you push it, it's going to crack, and this is the pivot point, so obviously it's going to fall right off. So that's why you want it flat. So when you're pushing, you know, it's a flat surface. And when you have this too, if you push down, this is going to be contact, this is going to be contact, it's going to work as one piece. So that was my goal. Whether I achieved it or not, we shall see, right? But I felt like I got it a lot closer than what it was, so we will see. But let's take a look. We'll kind of get a little picture. I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way, but this is going to be the knife eventually when we're done. And this is in the CPM 20CV. Where is my cleaning cloth? So I can clean off the blade a little bit here. Now this 20CV blade, it's not as polished as some of the other ones. So 20CV is like LMAX, M390. Well, it's not like LMAX, but it's M390, and so there you go. There's the 20 CV blade with the scales. I think it looks pretty nice, right? And then we look at the back here. We will see, here's the CME right there, but you'll see with the clip, a Lynch deep pocket carry clip. And this is Rips Garage Technology hardware. So, I mean, I think it looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. So there we go. I'll probably edit a lot of this, so if you have questions, let me know. I just feel like this is a really, really long video. This is one of these that took a lot longer because I was Frankensteining this thing together. And the only reason why I was even able to do that was because, quite frankly, you know, I had an awesome channel member, channel subscriber, who allowed me to have their old scales. These are the gray ones. So they look like they were probably on a Maximate blade, I'm guessing. Probably had a Maximate knife or something, because typically these gray ones are on a Maximate blade steel. And so he gave me the liners for that. So I don't know if his Maximate blade broke and he kept them, or he had a linerless scale set or a custom scale set made for him. And then I had some Rips Garage technology. I had the hardware, and I also had an extra what is it, another pivot barrel right there. So we used that pivot barrel, and I was able to bring that together. And then of course I had to kind of Frankenstein a knife that was in my display case. I don't really carry because it's a Safe Queen, and I say I don't have Safe Queens, but it's essentially a Safe Queen. I mean, I would still use it if I find the right scales for it or whatever, but it was a knife my wife bought for me for anniversary. So it's one I won't get rid of, let's put it that way. It's a Safe Queen in the sense that it's staying in my collection no matter what. But at the same time, I haven't been carrying it lately because I've had a lot of the knives, and I feel like if I could find the right scales for it, then maybe that'd be fun, right? So that is that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Let me see if I can, maybe I can make this look like this, so at least for the end of the video, you can see the knife. So there's the knife as it's drying with the CME. Let's put that down here like this. All right. Okay, a lot being done. What we did is we put these Barclay scales on, which turned out to be really nice. I had some RGT hardware that I got at Blade Show. I used that. Fortunately, it had a pivot, a lanyard loop. It also had a pivot barrel, so I was able to replace all of that. Fortunately, the only thing I was missing was the phosphor bronze washer. So I had to strip that out of another knife. I put that over here, a paramilitary 2, which I'm going to go hunt down some washers so I can replace those over there. So able to put that in here. So this is sort of a Frankenstein. I mean, we've got the blade, got the scales from, so the blade's from one, scales from another, the hardware, the clip, let's see here, blade, scales, the clip, hardware, oh, and a C.M.E. Yeah, so C.M.E. So 6 different, no, and then the phosphor bronze from another knife. So 8 different things brought together to make this knife happen. So hopefully it'll work out. It seemed pretty centered. I did do a Loctite on the pivots, on the pivot screws. So hopefully that will set in place and keep it a nice, consistent, secure kind of tightness that I want, so that it still has some action and can drop and everything. So yeah, this is one of those things you have to wait till the next day to kind of see how everything turned out. But it looks pretty. It does. I like this, like the lynch clip on this. I think that looks really nice. So there you go. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said in the comments down below. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button down below? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel, as the channel produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who watches the videos, who likes the videos, who enjoys the content. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And if you haven't already, maybe hit that notification button down below as well, so you'll be notified of future content. And to all my channel members, a big, huge thank you to you guys. If it weren't for you, a lot of things we're doing here wouldn't happen. It would be down the road, way down the road. And so I'm always grateful to you guys, because this channel, you'll have a channel to do a lot of things that otherwise would probably take years. And so I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you've been interested in being a channel member, hey, check out the link down below. There's a link in the description for 3 different tiers of membership. Please don't ever feel obligated to be a channel member. It's purely your choice, right? But if you are inclined to become a channel member, I am very grateful, extremely humbled, and also I try to do something nice. A couple of things. First, I do a once-a-month channel members giveaway. Make sure it's a really nice giveaway, because the memberships have been so generous. So I make sure that I'm generous back to you guys. So I make sure it's a really nice giveaway, not just a budget knife. And then secondly, I also make sure all new channel members get a sticker, a channel sticker. So if you became a channel member recently, or you've been a channel member for a while and you're a channel member right now and you've never asked for a sticker, email me with your name and address. I'd love to mail you that sticker. It's my small way to say thank you. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. I really do. And if you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.